Hi, I'm Dr. Richard Botha, and welcome to Knowledge Media's YouTube channel. Let's catch up from where we last left off and start looking at the skill sets that you need to be successful in business, but in life as well. If you like the content, hit that bell and subscribe so that you can get all the notifications when we post new videos, which will be a lot. We cannot separate business from life. Yes, there must be very definite boundaries. We have to decide where our life is and where business is. There's one principle in life that we must always remember. Your business is there to serve you. I'll say that again. The business is there to serve you. Yes, you're going to work your backside off to make this business work. You are the worst boss in the world. You pay yourself late. You never give yourself off. You deny yourself holidays. There's years and years that you work constantly to make this baby grow and walk and be independent. You suffer all the losses. You go through all the ups and downs. That is true. But you have to separate business from life. And the business is there to serve you. How does the business serve you? The business is there to give you the lifestyle that you really desire. Now, here's a thing that Mark Twain said. Mark Twain said, I can teach anybody to have exactly what they want in life. The problem is, I cannot find anybody that knows what they want in life. So until you've defined what your business looks like, what your business must be in the future, what your business must be successful on a piece of paper, and what is your exit plan? If you want to exit or not, it's irrelevant. What is your exit plan? You haven't got a business because you haven't defined all the aspects of your business. So that's important. The one thing that I want to get back to today is we started on you need a technical skill to be successful in business. But there are three other extremely important skill sets that you need to be successful in business. Those are management skills, entrepreneurial skills, and leadership skills. And for this video, let's start with management skills. Management skills are extremely important. Management is a linear thought. There are 5 steps in management. It's taught all over the world in business schools, but it's a linear process. You follow that in a linear process. You plan, you execute, you measure. So that is what management is. And it's important to understand that because you are the worst person to manage. Yes, you get people that's very organized. But in general, my experience is that entrepreneurs are extremely difficult to manage, and they're very difficult to manage themselves. Why is that? We're very good at managing other people, demanding that they do what they need to do. But we're very forgiving on ourselves because we keep on telling ourselves our intentions were right. And I'll get it right next time. I'll do the account next time. I'll keep that slip for the accountant next time. I will follow up with that customer next time. I will do this, I will do that next time. But when you've got staff, you jump all over them because they missed a phone call, or they didn't follow up with the client, or they didn't do this. So it's very important to understand the role that management plays. Tom Watson of IBM said that nothing happens until somebody sells something. We added, which is very apt, nobody eats until the admin is done. Because you can work as hard as you want to. You can deliver all the products or service. If you do not invoice correctly and collect the money, you don't have a business. Because without money in the bank, you cannot pay anything. So the management of yourself, number one, the management of your business on all aspects is a crucial skill. And just as you spent years in acquiring your core skill that you've got, being a plumber or a pharmacist or a doctor or a nuclear physicist or whatever you are, so you must spend a considerable amount of time acquiring the skills of good management. Read the books, do the courses, because that is not knowledge that just floats around. You have to be very intentional of going to gain that knowledge and speak to people and surround yourself with people that's very good with management, like a very good accountant, a good HR person, a good lawyer. Those are the people that's focused on administration and help you to focus on what you're doing well. If you are the business and you are selling your technical skill on a daily basis, you need people around you to be able to do that. At the end of the day, you must still get a daily management report. If you do it yourself or somebody else, you must get your financial statements once a month. You must review that and see what's going on. But on that point, let's make a distinction of when do you own a business and when do you own a job. So lots of people think that when they are self-employed, they have a business. That's a lie. When you work every day and you sell your time an hour at a time, you own a job. Because the fact is, if you are not working from dawn to dusk, you're not making money. When you go away on your annual summer holiday to the beach for 2 weeks, you're paying for 4, because you're paying for 2 weeks holiday and you've got 2 weeks that you haven't earned, so it costs you double. So you have to work 11 months a year for 13 months income, because if you're not working, you don't have an income. That's owning a job. That's not a business. A business is when you start leveraging other people's time to be optimally effective so that you can sell their time. You buy them wholesale, you sell them retail, and you make a profit out of their time. That gives you the opportunity to work more on your business than in your business. So management is extremely important. And if your management is not up to par on your business, you will find that you will come to month end every month and you don't have money to pay your bills. But if your management is up to scratch and you do understand your management and you do understand basic accounting, then you will have a growing business, and then you will be in a position to start appointing new employees. One of the most important books that you must read in your life, and every entrepreneur should read it, is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Now, the scary thing is, that book was published in 1938. So nobody can claim that they haven't had access to this book. It is a phenomenal book, and my advice normally is that you should read it at least once a year. Because much like the Bible, there's something to discover every day when you read that book. And it talks a lot about, there's 13 different parts to the book that is important. And it's based on a 20-year study on what makes people successful. I know the young people will say, but our circumstances is totally different. We've got a digital world and all that. No. Let me explain something to you. The problems of people has never changed. In the last 3,000 years, it's never changed. The experience and the circumstances is new to every new generation. That's all. The problems are the same. The solutions, the structure that Napoleon Hill came up with in 1938 is still extremely applicable today. And one of them is about specialized knowledge. Now, if you want to separate yourself from the herd and be the go-to company in the market, you need to utilize specialized knowledge. So either you yourself has got specialized knowledge, and the one thing that jumps to mind is being a cardiologist. Now, if you live in South Africa, I can tell you that there's only 82 practicing cardiologists in private sector. So there is economies of scale. So it's supply and demand. There's a very high demand, very low supply. What happens with that? The cost of the service skyrockets because you don't have alternatives. Or you must surround yourself with people that's got specialized knowledge, like a proper accountant. A proper accountant is probably one of the most valuable people that you can have associated with your business, because they will give you guidance on how to spend your money, how to acquire, how to buy, how to sell. Because that brings us to one of the key fundamentals in business that very few people understand. And that's the difference between markup and gross profit. And it doesn't matter if you're selling product or services, that is the key foundational stone in your business is margin, gross margin. Because gross margin is what determines the amount of money that you have left over after you paid for either goods that you used in producing the product that you're selling, or the services that you paid for the salary for that person that you sold on. So gross profit is your key performance, your number one key performance indicator. And if you don't measure it on a daily basis, you will quickly find that you don't have enough money after you paid either for goods used or for salaries to pay your other expenses or pay yourself. And by the way, what's rule number one in business? Pay yourself first. Now, I know there's a lot of entrepreneurs that say, no, I must pay my staff first, I must pay that first. Yes, and then you wait and you push up your own personal credit card and your overdraft and all those kind of things. Now, that is tools to be used, 100%. And in startups, lots of startups, that has been used to do it as a startup. But it's important how you manage it. And it all comes back to management. In that case, again, having a good, now let me make this very clear, an entrepreneurial accountant, not somebody that has been brainwashed and only wants to work for SARS and is only interested in how much tax you're going to pay. That is not the accountant you want. The accountant you want is somebody that understands business and can guide you on your numbers on how to manage your business. That is an entrepreneurial accountant. So if your accountant is only interested in the amount of money that you must pay over to the tax man, get rid of them immediately, because they're useless and they're indoctrinated and they are not an asset to your business. Your management of your business is extremely important, and that's day to day. You cannot get past it. If you ignore it, it will bite you. If you treat it like a lover, it will serve you well. So make sure that you get that specialized knowledge around you. You don't have to have it. Surround yourself with people with specialized knowledge. Go and find them. Ask them the right questions. And then you are well on the way to be successful. There's 2 more levels to go that we need to discuss on skill levels that you need to be successful in business.